Welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 2. By the way, I'm recording this in my room now because if you watch part of my Resident Evil 2 LP a while back, as I'm recording this, I pretty much am able to set this up in my room. It's just that I prefer setting up in the living room. I also noticed that my TV, for whatever reason, doesn't go like full screen like the TV downstairs as well, so that's something else. Anyways, this part's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be a bit weird. Because I now have a PS4 and I have since played the Reignited trilogy. I've completed, for the most part, Spyro 1. I mean, I beat the final boss and all that, but I haven't 100% in it. I played parts of Spyro 2 and 3, and I'm a bit kind of, mixed feelings.
Spyro, Ripto's still alive, and he's locked us out of the castle. Even worse, he's stolen our new power crystal for the super portal.
Hope your voice picks up.
If you can collect enough orbs, you'll be able to get the power crystal back from Ripto, and we can send you to Dragon Shores.
Good. I just like want you to sync up the audio there. I don't think this issue right here, you see this? I don't think I encountered an issue like this in the Reignited trilogy. But I don't know, man. Reignited. I liked what they did with Spyro 1, but Spyro 2, it's like Alora's character design, like, at first had a bit of an uncanny valley look to it. A lot of the character designs did. Hunter in particular just looks like I imagine they intend him to originally look, like a stoner. But this new voice actor kind of lacks that competitive charm of douchebaggery that the original Hunter had, you know? I haven't actually got to Winter Tundra in Spyro 2 yet. So this part I'm going to like ramble about Spyro Reignited, but also at the same time kind of play a bit of it as well. So which realm? Yeah, it'd be Summer Forest. Gonna make a comparison with some levels to kind of get my point across about the things that bugged me when playing the Reignited version of Spyro 2. I was also just playing Spyro 3 Reignited and kind of mixed feelings on that as well. It's like some of it looks nice, other parts of it just kind of feels like they kind of missed the kind of charm of the Spyro series. But anyways, there's two levels. There's quite a few levels that stood out to me as just being a bit kind of missing the mark. Mostly like ones I feel the most nostalgia for. Which one's that? Is Idle Springs. Like the characters in Idle Springs and Colossus have a unique style. That before I get on with that, it's like one thing I want to say about how it is. It's like a different art style entirely, different art direction. It's like Spyro, for example. It's like I can't really see it here. I'm not sure if it's even there. When Reignited, he's constantly fucking smiling. It's just weird, because here you don't really see that. I mean, he could be smiling, it's just a limitation of the graphics. But him constantly smiling just kind of makes him seem too generic. But anyways, that's what I was gonna say. It's like this game, you know, the original trilogy, you have like this peculiar art style, you know? It's limited from the PS1 graphics, but it has a peculiar kind of style to it. And I kind of was comparing it in my mind. It's like the original is kind of like, it's like comparing old Disney with new Disney. Like this is old Disney, the Reignited is new Disney. Although I kind of get more of a, I forget what the company is called that made the Despicable Me films and all that. I haven't actually seen them. But the art style in those films kind of feels similar to the style in the Reignited trilogy. And it just kind of bugs me. Sometimes it works, but for the most part, it just kind of makes me go, it's just like Toys for Bob, right? that kind of explains it, because they look more like toys than cartoon characters, like they do here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Also, they changed some of the cool things about this game as well. Like, you remember in Colossus, like, where, like, they had the dialogue where it said, "I think you should kill that Yeti." And, like, it wasn't in the text, but it was voice acted. They totally removed it in the Reignited one. Also in the Reignited version, no double jump, but that's kind of understandable. Also Zoe and all the fairies. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not sure which one I prefer, honestly, because in the Reignited version, they kind of look like very Disney-esque kind of design to them. I don't know. Kind of weird. And there's other things like Hurricanes, for example. It's like, you know the ending movie where he like smacks the other guy onto the floor like a dickhead? They just laugh it off and don't do any of that in the Reignited version. They kind of like took away some of the humor. It's a shame, really. I still quite liked it, but I'm very mixed on it. I haven't played through it all yet as a result. Because I'm just kind of like, it just feels like I'm playing a game from my childhood, but it's alien. It's like the graphics are all upgraded and all that, but it just kind of misses the charm a bit. It's like too bright and colorful. I've seen other people online like say stuff like that. It's just like some levels have a darker edge to them that was kind of missed in the Reignited version because they made it too bright and colorful. I know. But anyways, what I'm gonna do is, in this part, aside from just rambling, I've got at least 2 levels I want to go through, backtrack in this game, and then I'll play through them in the Reignited version, just to kind of show you what I mean about them kind of feeling a bit off about some things. So, first I'm gonna go through Glimmer, you know, first level. Oh, that's one other thing that bugs me about the Reignited trilogy, the voice acting. It's like in the first one they did, the voice acting was on point, man. It had the Spyro charm to it. But everything in Spyro 2, for the most part, so far that I've played of it, feels kind of generic. Half of it does. Like, you know, the characters in Glimmer that we're about to go to, they have a specific over-the-top cartoony design and voice to them. While in the Reignited, they just have that kind of generic voice acting. There's not really that kind of charm to it. But anyways, let's do this. Also, this, you know this animation right here? It's smooth, doesn't take long. In Reignited, it takes quite a while. And you can control Spyro during it, but he's just flying from the side. And it's the same thing in Spyro 3, but in Spyro 1, you also have the same thing, but it has a much better angle and makes it more amusing to just move Spyro around as you transition to the next level. I don't know. If you play the Reignited series, you know what I mean. But listen to this guy now.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Just listen, you hear that, right?
If you can find my friend Twitchy, he'll reward you for helping us out.
That's Spyro cheesy charm. When I finish this level, I'm gonna show, like, I haven't recorded it yet, but I'll record me going through the level in the Reignited version, and you'll just see what I mean about the voice acting feeling flat in the Reignited version on a lot of levels. And some of the character design as well. I mean, some of it looks nice, and other bits not so. And you know the funny thing I find about Reignited Trilogy is that it was obviously rushed, which fits the theme of Spyro completely, because when you think about it, has there ever been a Spyro game that wasn't rushed? I mean, the original trilogies are freaking great games here, but even they were rushed. But the trouble is, the thing is, the original trilogy was individually released, while the Reignited was released 3 games in one, so I feel like they should have been given more time to develop the second and third one, because the first one definitely feels the most polished. Anyways, let's just kind of rush through this level a bit. I've pretty much 100%ed it, so I don't even know what I'm doing. Hey Zoe, you're not gonna say anything here? It's like, oh, you've already done that, so no need to tell you about it. Oh, another thing is, well, you can change the controls to the classic one here, but playing Reignited and moving the camera with the analog feels weird. Another thing that feels weird in Reignited version is water. Water just doesn't look right, and swimming doesn't feel right either. It's really clunky.
Head on up the ladder. We installed some gem lamps in this cave too, but they're even harder to keep going. You'll definitely need the Superfly power-up to light the lamps.
Well, I don't care. I'm not going for that. Shame Moneybags. Well, I'm gonna show Moneybags in Reignited as well, because he looks totally different. I think they might have got the same voice actor, but I'm not 100% sure. Come to think of it, I think they changed Spyro, the voice actor for Moneybags between Spyro 2 and 3 anyway, so he's had a history of, like, at least 2 different voice actors. That's not really much of a history, but still. I mean, I think Moneybags isn't too bad in the Reignited. Spyro, you know, aside from being way too bright the purple compared to his original here, and constantly freaking smiling, I think he works well. Sparks looks a bit derpier, but he's alright. Zoe I'm kind of mixed on because it's just drastically different. Laura I'm kind of mixed on as well because it just seems like uncanny valley sometimes. Hunter definitely mixed on because it feels like he's lost his competitive edge. And the Professor just seems like he's not at all there, like he's lost that charm of aha! I don't know. Maybe the more I play the game, maybe that'll pop up at some point, but I've not heard him say that, and that is greatly disappointing to me. I'm just going around at a level like this, just to kind of like, you know, so when I go through the Reignited version, you'll kind of see the differences. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Well, obviously it's not just me. There's plenty of people, I imagine, who think the same. But this, like, dated PS1 graphics has its charm. I don't know, I don't really, not all that fond of, like, the more, you know, newer style of graphics new games have nowadays, where they're all fancy, realistic, polished and shit. It feels like they lack the charm of this imperfection kind of stuff here, you know?
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of glimmer as a sign of our gratitude. This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
You know what? When I actually do go and play Spyro Reignited for these 2 levels I'm gonna do in this recording, it's gonna be weird. Look at the stars are actually following. I never noticed that. Also the portals as well. It's like they took Spyro 1 and just copy and pasted it for Spyro 2 and 3. For example, in Spyro 1 and, well, just Spyro 1, you could roll with L1 and R1. And they added that into Spyro 2 and 3, which is nice. And they also added in the text thing above the portal just saying home world or some shit like that. Which I feel kind of makes it feel a bit out of place for Spyro 2 and 3. Spyro 1, fair enough, it was there all along, but it just feels weird how they did that.
Step through the portal next to me to go to Summer Forest.
No, I haven't actually seen this outro movie in the Reignited version yet, so that'll be something new for me when I get around to that. Heck, it was just in this LP where I freaking think I saw this for the first time. Because I can't remember this from back in the day, you know? I don't know if I really revisited Glimmer, but I surely must have. I must have had some level of completionist in me back then. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to stop to record it just yet, obviously, because I'm going to continue recording this to the end. And then I'm going to do recording for Reignited after doing all this. But I will insert the Glimmer part up to where I will probably also wander around for a bit, I imagine, when I record it. And up to the next world. And then back to this. So, switch to Reignited. Welcome to... Pressing down in 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome to the Spyro Reignited trilogy. As you can see, like I said, I played through most Spyro, played through almost half of Spyro 2, and a bit of Spyro 3. But we're not here to play the whole game, no! I'm here to play through 2 levels to show you how it holds up compared to the original Spyro 2. Also, this logo loading, the adventure continues. It feels like, I don't know, this is nitpicking now, aren't I? It's like, it looks better in the original because it showed the land you're going to. But look at that, that's gorgeous. It's simply gorgeous. And you can roll like in Spyro 1 in this version. It's weird. It looks great, doesn't it? But see what I mean about Spyro? He looks like he's constantly, and he is, he's constantly fucking smiling. It's like, why are you smiling about Spyro? Stop. What? How the fuck did I not pick up those gems? That's another thing I need to ramble about. If I can find a good spot where... Have I left it? Should go talking... Oh, here's Laura. You see what I mean about design, right?
Would you like me to take you to a world where you can find a new talisman?
I mean, but there, it doesn't look as Uncanny Valley. But seriously, in the introduction cutscene, it was totally Uncanny Valley.
Great. I'll take you to a new portal.
It isn't awful, but oh, she took me straight to Moneybags. Good.
Legend has it that there is a portal to Zephyr here. And legend also has it that I know how to activate it. Furthermore, as I recall, the legend mentioned something about me activating it for a small fee.
Moneybags kind of has grown on me a bit, but it's still surreal seeing him look so distinctly different.
Thanks for the gems, Spyro. With all this cash, I can open a lizard burger shop in Skilos Badlands.
You're still calling it Skilos, are ya?
Those darn birds in Zephyr never paid me for all the bombs and TNT barrels I gave them.
You know, I feel like the portals also look a bit different in this as well. And again, now I'm switching back to this. I have to remember it's the analog stick. And I can switch the controls back. Like, as you can see, it's quite different. It's like, I really should just switch that so it'd be easier. But, oh yeah, I'm sticking with the newer controls. And see what I mean? No save point. I don't know when I said it in the video. It's probably after going through Glimmer, so that's probably gonna be weird saying shit and then saying shit later on, but whatever. In the guidebook, it kinda doesn't have the same charm. Look, it's not even a book anymore. What's going on there? I only just now realized how drastic that is. Like, what did you do, Toys for Bob? It used to be a book. Now it's just a page of nothing. Wait, there was one good thing, though, about all this. You can view the skill points. So that's nice. Anyways, we need to go to the Summer Forest. So you can go to Glimmer to see how drastically different it looks and sounds and feels. Well, not so much it feels. Well, it does feel a little different as well, but it's mostly how it looks and how it sounds. And these load times feel longer than they were in the original. And not as interesting to look at as well. I mean, they'd have a book with an image of the world you go into. Here it's just the adventure continues. Oh yeah, that's one other thing I keep forgetting to mention. Is in this game... Oh, there's Zoe, by the way. See what I mean about it? Kind of having a Disney-esque look to it. It's kind of weird. And that's one positive. You can pretty much flame breath everything in this game. I mean, look at everything. It looks nice. It's just... some of it... And the fact you don't have to hold down triangles is a good thing too. But some of it just doesn't have the same feel. Well, obviously, because it's different graphics, different art direction. Like, some of it's nice, very nice. And I can frickin' fully turn, holy shit, I couldn't do that in the original, that's for sure. Let's actually test some of it here. Nope, doesn't get stuck on walls. Doesn't get stuck on walls. It does have its positives, it's just... there's a lot of things that have been bugging me about the game. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the gems. It feels in this game like Sparks has absolutely terrible range. Like he can't be bothered to freaking pick up any gems whatsoever. He's rather lazy with it. And it bugs me. It's like you have to be close enough to the gems that you just pretty much just get them yourself, you know, for Sparks to even think about getting them. It's like, for example, in original Spyro 3, when I was playing through it early last year, there were these gems in this one level that had a skateboarding area, but I couldn't do the skateboarding race because I hadn't unlocked it yet or something. And there were gems, and I would go up to like things like this, and I'd be like, and Sparks would just about reach the gems. In this version, no. Even if it's like a little jump up here, like that much jump on a platform, he will not pick up that gem until you jump on that platform. It is bullshit. And here is Hunter. He looks very different.
I'm just taking a break right now. I've got to rest for the next big race in Ocean Speedway.
You will never replace the original Hunter. Nothing against your voice acting, right? I am nostalgic, you son of a bitch. How could you change the voice? It bugs me that R2 is flame breath. But I can't be asked to change it. Anyway, let's go to Glimmer already. This video is going to be long because of this. I mean, it was like 29 minutes, I think. We've just played the original for this part. We're 7 minutes into this. It's going to be a long part. Possibly the longest part this LP so far. Magma Cone currently has that title, and I think it'll be over for me. You see what I mean? Look, you can control him. You can flap your wings. You can do barrel rolls. I mean, it's like cool, but in the Reignited version, Spyro 1 has the better camera angle for it. Because, I don't know, you can see him up front and it just looks hilarious. But anyways, notice right off the bat, I noticed there's a odd, darker texture to this place compared to the original. And these guys, they don't look so bad, but listen to how they sound and compare it to how they did in the original. It's kind of really generic sounding.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems! Can you stop them?
Okay, maybe that wasn't so generic as I was remembering.
If you can find my friend Twitchy, he'll reward you for helping us out!
Maybe it was just first impressions. But there's definitely one of those guys in here that has a super generic voice, and it bugs me. Because they're so full of life in the original compared, you know. There's a lot of purple in this game. How do these guys look up close? What the fuck are you? Oh, I don't have that one yet. I was about to smack my head on him, but nope. Out the way! Let's see how your delivery is of climb up the ladder. I haven't heard it yet.
Head on up the ladder.
That sounds generic. Yeah, he's over there when he was over here originally.
We installed some gem lamps in this cave too, but they're even harder to keep going. You'll definitely need this Superfly power-up to light the lamps.
Right, I want to line this up correctly so I can show you what I mean about sparks. Look, we're getting closer, and he's still... There he goes. It feels like the range is short, and I don't know why. Ooh. Well, I mean, though, they look very, toy-like. Well, like in the original, they were a lot more cartoony. I mean, it's still cartoony, but in a different style. So we're already at the end of the level. But before we go there, I want to show you the guy who has the generic voice that I recall. Because it stood out to me.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Yeah, I'll ask you by leaving you, sir. So you know what I mean about the voice though? It sounds very basic, kind of. It's like, it wouldn't look, that type of voice acting wouldn't look out of place in, say, a dub of an anime. It doesn't really suit Spyro, in my opinion. Spyro has this really over-the-top kind of character. But yeah, that's Glimmer. And it isn't bad, it's different, and it's kind of thrown me off on how different it is.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
And look, Spyro's all like, I'm so happy to have
This
that.
magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the home worlds of Avalar.
Like in the original, Spyro is just like, yeah, I'll take it, I suppose.
Step through the portal next to me to go to Summer Forest.
I mean, in the original Spyro, you know, the first one, and the Reignited, fair enough, he was a goofball of smiles and really awkward, I'm totally cool, aren't I, kids? You know, in that kind of older generation trying to get what's hip and cool with the kids, what's hip and happening, and they kind of make it awkward, that kind of thing. So it makes sense of the first one, but the second one, he looks like he smiles too much. You look too goddamn happy. It pisses me off for some reason. It's like... Oh, I haven't seen this in this version yet. Man, they look so weird. They really do look like toys. In the new Toy Story movie with Spyro characters. Even that felt like it played out differently there. I mean, the same outcome was there, but still. And I like doing this in the first one, where he's just like that, but it's like up front, so it looks like more like he's humping the gem, just like, oh yeah, flame that shit, yeah! But when it's from the side, like in the second and third ones, in the Reignited trilogy, it kind of loses its charm. And you can move like that when you go into the portal, so that's kind of odd. Yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. Yeah. It's got its pros and its cons. The three in the Reignited trilogy. The first game felt like the most complete, in a sense that it felt like it had more time put into it. Obviously, because of strict deadlines, I suppose. Seriously, why do they always repeat the mistakes over this? Like, now we gotta rush it out for the holiday season. I mean, I would have been pissed not being able to play Spyro at the end of the year, but still. Could have, like, you know, given it a bit more time to develop and shit. Oh yeah, there's that other orb up there. Also, this is totally different. I don't remember those things. Also, the ambient bird tweeting isn't in this version either. Right, now let's get back to this. We're going to Sunny Beach. One of the most nostalgic feeling... levels for me. When I was a kid... Sunny Beach and Skelos Badlands were the two levels that stand out in my memory. There were ones from Spyro 3 as well, because I played Spyro 3 as a kid as well, but I think I've always kind of preferred Spyro 2 to Spyro 3. Spyro 3 kind of went a bit overkill on the minigames. I was playing Spyro 3, like I said, the Reignited version, before recording, and I was playing that horrible... I mean, the water physics in this are great. It feels great in Reignited. It feels horrible to control. I don't know what went wrong, you know? But if you played Spyro 3 before, I've already forgotten the name of the level. It's the first water level in the game. And there's this challenge where you have to go like, Rhinox, and balls of spikes that will destroy you, and you gotta hit all of them. It's all trial and error and specific turns. I hate it. I didn't end up completing it because I was like, can't be honest. It feels easier, surprisingly, than the original, but still, it kind of sucks. Because I don't really like that type of game. Also, when I played Reignited, it's like I was able to play up to Hurricos, and then once I came up to Sunny Beach, it was like, oh, you have to download the rest of the game because they couldn't fit it all on the disc in time. And the freaking file size is 67 gigabytes. It's like, holy shit, that's ridiculous. It's insane. And it took forever to download it as a result, you know? It was a big-ass file size, and the download speed is just terrible. I'm gonna talk to Hunter just so we can also get a comparison between, you know, original Hunter versus new Hunter.
Are you enjoying the active camera mode? If you don't like it, I could set it back to the passive mode. Okay, I won't change it. Remember, you can change the camera mode yourself by using the options menu.
You know, that's the thing about Hunter's voice actor, original one. He has like a kind of douchey aura to him, but in a kind of endearing kind of way, while the newer one just kind of feels like, what's up, bro? I'm gonna go take a nap or something, get some munchies, 420 blazing, all, yeah, surfer bro, dude, stoner, yeah. I know. I kind of prefer the original Hunter as much as I fucking hate his guts because of his challenges. There's another thing before we go into Sunny Beach. What was it I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, cutscenes. Because, like, Hunter's voice actor is also the voice actor of Ripto. Suspicious! And he reprised his role for it, but not for Hunter for some reason, and I'm not really fully sure why. But anyways, cutscenes. You know the cutscene when they show Spyro what happened, how Ripto got there and all that? It felt off in the Reignited version. It was the exact same dialogue and all that, but it was, the timing just felt off. It felt like there wasn't, like, whoever was in charge of, like, voice acting, directing, or whatever the hell that kind of job would be, where you're just like, okay, voice the line at this kind of pace. It felt like the pacing was off, essentially. Like, in this game, it just feels like the timing is perfect, while it feels like the timing in the cutscene in the Reignited version is, like, it's just like, it's less oh, here's a cutscene and we're developing anymore. Here's a cutscene, let's get it over with so you can get back to the game. It felt like it was kind of rushing through the cutscene rather than leaving those little moments of silence in between lines that really made the scene work in the original here. I don't know, just stuff like that has bugged me, and I just felt like I have to ramble about it. I mean, I still enjoyed it, it's just I was expecting more, to be honest. And surprisingly, like I said, I enjoyed the first one more than second and third so far, but I haven't fully played through the second and third one, and I might even LP them, I don't know. Maybe the second one. Just see the comparisons. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to Sunny Beach. Replay that intro, Spyro Boy. Oh, the music as well. I haven't really noticed it too much, really. I haven't been paying attention. But they've obviously redid the music. But when I was in Sunny Beach in the Reignited version, I didn't quite pick up on that do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You know, that kind of surfer rock thing. I didn't quite catch it in the Reignited version, so I'm not sure if it's really all there. And the textures, this is what bugs me right here. The color, the choice of color. Everything in here is cool and blue and makes you think of, like, I don't know, like a swimming bars or something like that, you know? You're going swimming somewhere. It feels like a water place. In the Reignited version, it feels a lot more rocky and... Like, look at the map in the corner there. It looks more like that, essentially. There's not as much blue colors to it. I have no idea why. And it bugs me.
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here. If you can help shepherd those baby turtles over there to safety, I'll be mighty grateful.
You know, they didn't quite have that voice in the Reignited, the Prince Tortoise. I just realized the pun on that name.
The baby turtles will lead the way, but there are some obstacles in the way that they can't pass. If you can clear the obstacles away, the turtles will be able to make it to safety. The gates around here will stay open if a switch is held down. If you flame the baby turtles.
The baby turtles!
The gates around here. If you flame the big box turtle over there, you can make a move onto the switch.
Flag! I know. I mean, look at that, for example. You can see under the water. When I do play the Reignited version again through this level to, you know, record it, to show comparison, it'll probably stand out like a mile or something. I don't know. That's probably the wrong word to use. And the boxes, everything about this level I feel is better in the original here. I mean, look at the color. It really does have a water quality to it. While it felt a lot more lacking in the Reignited version. I was quite disappointed about that. And it was also where I first realized just how bad the water physics could get. I mean, the level isn't completely bad in the Reignited version, but it lacks a lot of its charm and color. And it's weird playing this now, because I'm like trying to use the analog stick to move the camera. It's just like, no, that's not in this version. Come to think of it, with how far I've gotten the Reignited version, I could technically also see what the duck guy looks like. But I ain't frickin' doing his frickin' turtle soup shit. That's for damn sure. Just getting through the level, doing shit and things. That's all you need to do. Also, it's nice to revisit the level with the better capture card now. So that's another positive. I mean, look at this. This, like I said when I originally came to this level, this This area just makes me so nostalgic seeing these like tube-like things and the color of them. The blue, the lovely, gorgeous blue. And it's not in the Reignited version. This area looks completely different color-wise in the Reignited version. And it just boggles my mind. Why?
Hello, young one. There's a chef up at the top of this ladder who wants to make soup out of our turtles. Maybe you could climb up there and stop him.
Maybe I could, but I won't. I'm just gonna show you. He looks like that. Yes, we've seen him before. We've defeated him. And I don't know how he will be like in the Reignited version, because I have not had a close look at him in the Reignited version yet. So that'll be all new to me as well. It's kind of part the reason why I stopped playing it. It's like, maybe save it for like LPing it so that a lot of it will be like, you know, all new to me kind of thing. Be a bit more special, I don't know.
Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
It's a turtle. Lovely. No gems, quick load times. Another thing that bugs me in Reignited is there's no save option. I mean, you save between each world, but, you know, not having a save option just kind of feels weird. Anyway, I'll insert the Sunny Beach section from Reignited. Yeah. Anyway, Sunny Beach. I'm rolling, they see me rolling, they hating my redesign. Oh, I can't fucking rap and shit, so I don't even know what I was gonna freaking say. You can't rap on the spot if you got nothing to rap about, and you can't rap for shit. And see what I mean? Look at that design. It's all brown and grey. Where's the blue? And everything looks too realistic in the cartoony sense than it did in the original. Everything feels proportionally different. Oh wait, I can hear it. It's like doo 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 doo. Holy shit, Spyro moves like fucking crazy in this game. Yeah, dance! Wee! Look at that. You saw it, right? This was blue as shit in the original. What happened? Where's the blue gone? What did you do? Why? That was my favorite part of this level, was the look, the color, the life of it all. It was beautiful. Now you just got these goofy turtles that look slightly less like jelly beans. And you got generic turtle guy who won't sound like the yellow turtle guy.
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here. If you can help shepherd those baby turtles over there to safety, I'd be mighty grateful.
I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just when you grew up with the original and seeing how drastically different they made it, it's kind of jarring. I mean, look at the turtle as well. It's like, what did they do to you, man? It's like, I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. Oh! And look at the water. It just doesn't look as cool. You can't even see half of it. It's kind of blurry and shit. You can't really fully see what's underneath. It bugs me. And it bugged me more so because I've been waiting hours to play this level because I had to wait for the ridiculously long updates for, like, you know, getting the rest of the games. Starfish has hearts now. And yeah, this level bugged me the most, possibly, out of them all. because I was looking forward to seeing how it looked. I mean, underwater it looks kind of nice. Above water, where's all the blues gone? And even then, this right here just doesn't feel the same. Ain't some, it's alright, but it's missing the blues. The blues. The anime design doesn't seem all that bad. But the blues, man, the blues. How could you lose the blues? The blues was the best part of this level. It looked great. Ow. The turtle boxes look... well, they wouldn't now. Well, they probably were original, but didn't look as distinct, so I don't know. You know, you could totally get up there with a double jump, but look, no double jump. I hear there is a glitch in this game that uses the hover, though, so I don't know. Oh, that was totally a bit glitchy, wasn't it? Like, see what I mean? It's because Sparks is lazy, man. You end up overlooking more gems than you usually would as a result. He doesn't pick up the gems. So you end up backtracking more often than not, looking for more gems. It's like, damn it, Sparks, do your job. Hey, they've actually got homes? I didn't notice that. Well, maybe they were always there. Ow, jeez, ow. Anyways, I should be progressing to this side. I've left those idiots on the other side. Passing through. Just want to unlock that flame breath so I can use it for a bit. I mean, Spyro looks weird with that on as well. He looks like some kind of fiery zebra. Turtles! Still can't go through there. Anyways, I really should free those idiots. That's our job after all, freeing idiots. That was our job description, wasn't it? 20 minutes, it really is going to be a long recording. Move along, shorties. Never noticed that before. Was that in the original? That face there. I remember these guys being faster than this in the original. Now here's where shit got confusing for me when I played through it. Because physics feel off on the water. And I was like, oh, where am I? And I got really confused for some reason. Look, you can't see shit. You literally can't see it. Until you get, like, underwater. That's just not good. It's not good. When you can't see where the exit is. And I was, like, doing that freaking challenge where you gotta destroy all the turtle boxes. Hard to do when you can't see anything under the water. What were they thinking?
Hello, young one. There's a chef up at the top of this ladder who wants to make soup out of our turtles. Maybe you could climb up there and stop him?
No, but I will anyway. But not actually play the game. What are you doing, Spyro? He has the money bags designed to him. This area doesn't look too bad. Design is alright. Anyways, back to getting through the level. It's just a lot of things to nitpick about. And the fact that you flame him in the ass, no matter how many times you do it, you gotta wait till he starts moving. And continuously flaming him in the ass to because he'll just stay on the spot otherwise. Kind of lame. See what I mean? I didn't really point it out, but see that return home? That wasn't in the original. Well, it was in the first one. And they've kind of copy and pasted it into the second and third, so...
Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
I don't know, man. It's probably a lot of it's down to nostalgia that's made it kind of hard to take in this game a bit, you know, this Reignited version. Because I grew up with the original, you know, and seeing it just look so drastically different just boggles my mind. It's weird. It's like someone going into your memories and altering a memory, and you realize the memory's different, but at the same time you don't. It's one of those, what the fuck, this feels weird kind of things. I don't know. I mean, like I keep saying, it's not bad. It's good in quite a few parts as well. It's just... I keep comparing it to the original, which I grew up with, which makes it a very hard sell on that, doesn't it? It'd be like, you know, Final Fantasy VII, with their supposed remake of it that they've been working on, or maybe even not working on, I don't know, for freaking forever now, and probably for, even might never even get released. I have no idea. But I imagine if it does get released, there'll be people that'll be like, oh, it's not as good as the original because these reasons and these reasons. You know, you got the nostalgia factor you gotta put into it as well as, you know, other things. So it's kind of, it's a mixed bag.
There's something shiny at the top of this wall. Maybe you could climb up and get it?
Maybe I could.
There's something shiny at the top.
Okay, might as well. Just to show you that they've taken out one other good thing for whatever reason that should not have been removed. Because it makes no sense to do so. Oh, another thing is Skiller's Badlands. You remember the dancing skeleton guy? Well, in this version, he does the dance, but he doesn't do the flip dance, and he doesn't have the same music. It's kind of underwhelming. I mean, how can you have the skeleton dance without the flippity flip? That was the best part. He only just does the kind of disco dancing on the spot now. And they don't even have the dialogue where he's just like, oh no, here my buddy goes again with his dancing, and I apparently don't have all the gems. But I now have all the orbs, I think, in this area. Right. All orbs collected. He doesn't have that, you know, trumpet kind of bit. And there's one gem missing. You serious? It's just, like I just said, it also lacks that, you know, that victory fanfare. That's not in this version, which is a real shame. Where the hell are you?
Nice work, Spyro! The orbs you're carrying have activated the special portal. You won't find a talisman in Ocean Speedway, but if you're fast, you'll get lots of treasure. Have fun!
Like hell! I found the frickin' speedways were worse than these versions. Like I was doing the ones in Spyro 1, and they were hell. It's like so easy to hit the water, it feels even harder somehow. Like Metro Speedway in this game, for example, felt a lot more challenging here than it did in the original. But anyways, back to the other video, and that's that, I suppose. Long ass video. Hope you enjoyed, and well, it isn't the end of an LP, that's usually what's at the end of an LP. Well, I hope you enjoyed this brief look at Spyro 2 Reignited a bit here. It's a bit of a mixed bag to me, but it is what it is. A Spyro game, remake, remaster, looks totally different, feels kind of different, and nostalgia is causing some serious bias on some parts, while I feel like there are some actual, you know, flaws in the game, but I think a lot of it's down to nostalgia, probably. Anyways, that is that. That is all. Now get out of here! Back to the other part. Right. I don't know how those scenarios are going to play out because I haven't recorded yet, but whatever, they're there. So, Actually, how much of the game have I even got left to complete? You know, one good thing about the Reignited version that I can think of is skill points. They actually give you, like, a list of them, so you know which ones you've completed and all that, so that's nice. Still haven't fully done Fracture Hills and Shady Oasis. But there was also that one last world. Well, there's 2 last worlds in Winter Tundra. I'll probably do the Metropolis one next. Anyways, that's just some of my thoughts and all out on Reignited. A lot of it was negative, really, but it's not like it's all bad. Just like, I just felt like they missed the mark a lot with Spyro 2 and 3 as well. But that's kind of what happens when you try to make like 3 games at once on a strict deadline. You get one of them coming out near perfect, and the other 2 kind of having a bit of a mixed bag. I don't know. Still, they're alright. It's just, I prefer the original here. But maybe the later levels will change my mind. I don't know. But you know, though the biggest downside is, like I said, no double jump. That is atrocious. I wonder if they have the... Nah, they probably don't have the swimming in the air glitch. They've got glitches, though, just not these useful ones. I haven't really noticed many glitches so far, but there are apparently quite a few in Spyro 2 and 3. Mostly 3 from what I hear. But anyways, that'll do for this part. We'll actually move on to actually progressing through other levels in the next part. This was being a rambly video. I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.